Okay guys, this is the 1984 Emerson 1895 series installed here in my kitchen. You can see this is a very pretty looking fan. I polished it all up and everything before I installed it. It's got stencil blades, which one of is warped quite badly, but it does not affect the fan anyway. If anything, it is actually warped in a good way. It's warped steeper pitch, so the fan moves more air, I think. It's got such a powerful K55 stack motor in it that it couldn't care less about that warp blade. It's got a 4-arm with center light kit that I found at a Goodwill store. It originally belonged to a Kmart ceiling fan. It says Kmart on a little sticker up there. Go ahead and demonstrate the light. It starts out with the 4 outer ones, which I have candelabra bulbs in, 40 watt each. You see those work well. And the inner one has a 100 watt bulb. This globe did not come with the light. I found this one, although the 4 outer globes did. I think this globe looks very good in there. And you pull it again and all 5 come on. Now first pull it again and it'll all go off. This is a 3-speed model, unfortunately. I wish it was a 4. That would be much, much cooler. Maybe someday I'll be able to find myself a 4-speed one, although they seem to be pretty uncommon. But nonetheless, it's still got a very slow, low speed. And we'll go ahead and start with that. It's not as slow as it could be, but it's definitely slow to my liking. Slower than your average low. This was my bedroom fan for a long time, but it's much well suited here. It looks very, very good in this room with the finishes. Before this, there was a Hampton Bay Landmark here, and it kind of sucked. It had droopy blades, very, very underpowered motor from the factory, a 3-arm light kit that only one socket worked, which is strange. I never quite understood that. See, it's pretty nice slow low. I don't know if you guys can tell what blades worked or not. It sort of sags down just a tiny bit. Alright, and this is not a connected chain. This is how long the chain is right out of the switch. I'm assuming that's factory, but I'm not sure. Very easy to pull switch though. Here's medium. One of the globes is loose, so it rattles a little bit. When it goes faster, it looks like you can kind of tell which way is warped. Maybe someday I'll take care of it. For now, I'm not worried about it at all. The fan mainly just runs on low downdraft anyway, but it runs a whole lot too. We use this fan all the time. This is one of the 2 fans in my kitchen. The other one I'll get a video of soon. And lastly, we'll go up to high, which it has a very, very slight wobble on high. Not bad. I'm assuming this will be completely gone once I take care of the warp blade. You see just a very, very small wobble. It did have a tiny bit more of a wobble before it had this very heavy light kit holding it down. I did put all 5 globes on this light before I actually put it on the fan, and it's very, very heavy. You can see this fan runs very, very well, and it moves a lot of air. It's quite powerful. You can see the warp blade is not affected at all. If I were to stop it from wobbling so it didn't click with the mounting bracket, which is quite hard to do, you can see it's very quiet. It's this globe rattling, by the way. There we go. Alright. Go ahead and shut it off. This was a really good find for, I think I paid like $6 for this thing, something ridiculously cheap, that's for sure. I got it at one of my favorite thrift stores that I get quite a few of my ceiling fans from, because they always have the best deals on them, and they have really interesting fans. This was by far the best one I have ever found there, of course. I looked in it, it has a K55 and not a KB55 motor, which is very cool. It's a very, very heavy fan, even with no light on it. The motor weighs quite a bit. It's a very large motor. It takes up quite a bit of the housing. Very, very pretty fan here. This is definitely the fan that's staying here. It is not being replaced by any fan because, in my opinion, there's no fan that could replace it. It just looks so good in this room. Even if I were to find a ceiling fan that was nicer than this one, I think this one would definitely still stay here. Anyway, that's it for this video, so as usual, thank you guys for watching, and I hope all you guys enjoyed.